All right, welcome back. Teacher Mwale here. So today we are going to focus only on naming of aldehydes. So our day topic is naming aldehydes. One of the most important compounds that ever exist on earth are aldehydes. And the naming is very, very simple. For example, I'll give a simple example of alkane. If you have an ethane as an alkane, meaning if it's an aldehyde, it is called ethanol. So it ends with NAL. Okay, let's dive into it. So, aldehydes contains R group. So here is our R group. Then this R group is connected to a carbon bearing oxygen and the hydrogen. So that's the function group of aldehydes. And when naming, at the end we replace with the AL. Very simple. Let's dive into examples. So here are examples. Example number 1. Let me get this compound. Put S here. So if you check this R group is the same R group starting from here going this way. And this is a carbon bearing oxygen and the hydrogen at the end of a carbon chain. So here now, let us count the number of carbons. So we start counting from the function group, which is carbon bearing carbon bearing oxygen and the hydrogen. So this is carbon number 1. And this is carbon number 2. And this is carbon number 3, and that's carbon number 4. So meaning this compound has 4 carbons. So we know that if a molecule has 4 number of carbons, it is butane. So since we are dealing with the aldehydes and ketone, you will replace at the end with the AL. So this molecule is called butanol or butanol. That's the first example, very simple. Second example, if we've been given a compound like this one, okay, how can we name this one? We start also counting the number of carbons starting from here. 1, 2, 3. So it is a 3-membered a compound which has 3 carbons and an aldehyde function group. So automatically this one is called propanol. Very simple. Example number 3. What if we extend the chain? Okay, like this one. How can we name it? We'll start counting from a function group here, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 7 carbon chain. So this molecule is called heptanal. Very simple. Okay, let's go to another example. How can we name this compound? So you start first by numbering it. So we have carbon number 1 here from function group, carbon number 2, carbon 3, carbon 4. So from there, after numbering, let us now also get to put the side group. So number chlorine is on carbon number 2. So meaning here we have 2 chloro. Okay. And the bromine is on carbon number 3. So it's 3 bromo. Okay. Now we follow the alphabetical order when arranging these. So the first one, which will start between B and C. So we'll start with this one, then we'll start with bromo first. So it will be, our compound name will be 3 bromo 2 chloro. Chloro what? Now 1, 2, 3, 4 butanal. Butanal. That's the name for our example 3. Okay, let's go to example 5, I mean. Example 5, you may be given a structure like this one. Like this. Then they ask you to name it. So the first thing that you should do always is to count the number of what? Number of carbon. So start from here, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. Now from here now, so let us check the position of a double bond. Double bond is on position number what? 1, 2, 3. So position 3, that's where there is En. So we need to add this into our molecule. So it will be, our molecule will be 3 hexene with respect to double bond here. Then you just put Al. That's the name of this compound. It's 3 hexenal. Now let's go to another example. Imagine if you were provided with a compound like this one. Okay, how can we name it? So the first thing is to number numbering the carbon chain. So of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From there now, let us show the side groups. So we have side group on carbon number 3. So that's 3 hydroxyl. It's 3 hydroxyl. What else? On carbon number 4, again we have a side group. 4 methoxy. So this is a methoxyl. These are esters, so we call them like this one is methoxy. If it had 3 carbon here, it was supposed to be called if it had 2 carbons, it was supposed to be called ethoxy. So it's 1 meaning methoxy. So it's 4 methoxy. Okay, and then 6 amino. It's an amine, so its function group is called amino. From here now, you arrange them in alphabetical order. So we're going to start with what? 6 amino. So our compound will be called 6 amino. Three hydroxy. 4 methoxy. 5 octanol, parent name. Octanol. So that's the name of this compound here. Okay, let's go to another example. Before going to another example, function groups. There are 2 different things that we need to understand on function group, mainly when it comes to a ring. So we have something like this. So this function group, it is called it's called phenyl. So this is phenyl. But if it's like this, it's like that, is called benzyl or benzo. According to pronunciation, some they call benzo, that's benzyl. So these are different things that you need to understand or to know them by heart. If you see a function group like that one, is called the phenyl, and something like that is called the benzyl. Some they say phenol, and others say benzo. Let's go to an example concerning this. So you may be given a compound like this one. Then here H. So this position here shows the attachment, and this position also shows the attachment here. So the first thing, again, on how we can name this compound, the first thing is to number the carbon. So carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's now consider the function, the side group. So we have two benzyl or benzo, 2 benzyl, because this function is the same as this one. And then you also have 4 what? Phenyl. Or phenol. So now if we happen to add these, we're going to start with 2 benzyl or benzo, 4 phenol or phenyl, then hexanal. So that's how we name aldehydes. But there's a special case which we also need to be familiar with. Here you may be provided a structure like this. And they ask you how you can name this an aldehyde. So the name here is different from what we were doing, because we know to say this is an aldehyde function group. An arrow here. So if you have been provided a link direct attached to a function group of one aldehyde, the name now changes. For example, like this one, we'll first name this ring as we are naming like alkanes. So this is cyclohexane. I mean cyclopentane. So it's cyclo for a ring, this ring for the ring on it. It is cyclopentane. Then this aldehyde you just put here like carboaldehyde. So we need to be very careful like when naming this one. So this is cyclopentane carboaldehyde. That's one example number 1 here. Example number 2, you can also be provided with something like this. And they ask you to name it. So this is cyclohexane. Carboaldehyde. That's all. This carboaldehyde is for the aldehyde here. Cyclohexane is this one. You are done there. Okay, what if number 3, what if it's like this one? You know, this is a benzene. It's a benzene structure for the first one. So this is called the benzoaldehyde. Very simple. Example number, let's go to another example here. Example number 4. Example 4, you can be provided a structure like this. Okay, now they'll ask you to name it. So first thing, let's number it. So we have carbon number 1 here. It's either you can go this way or the other way around. So if you go this way, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So side groups are on position 3, 3 methyl, eh? So it's 3 comma what? And 4 what? 4 chloro. So it's 4. So since we start with 4 chloro, so it will be 4 comma what? 4 comma what? Comma 3 for the first direction. Let's go to another direction, counting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which means we have 4 chloro, 5 methyl. So it's 4 comma 5. So would rather go with this one instead of this one, because the number here 5, it is larger than 3. So we'll go with the first one. So this molecule is named like 4 chloro, 3 methyl, so 3 methyl, and then cyclohexane carboaldehyde. Okay, now I'll give you the work so that you should try on your free time. So can you please name this one? Number 1, number 2, also name this one. Now, the last question that we are going to do, which is question number 3, you can name this compound here. Okay. So that's all for today. Stay in tune for another video.